Welcome! Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast, Tennessee Titans Weekly. Jacques,
Hulk!
Jacques,
Hulk!
what's up, ladies and gentlemen? What is
Yo,
good, folks?
tighten up.
Tighten up. Hello, folks.
Hey, good to be here, man. Hey,
Yes, it is.
before we get started, shout out to Titans and Truth. We were on this show last night for its 4-year anniversary, so we really appreciate that, my brother. Hey, congratulations on 4 years. Keep pushing, man.
Yep, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Good. Awesome job to Titans and Truth, man. Much love to him as well, man. He's been doing this a lot longer than us, man. And he's been a great podcast. And man, much respect to him and everything. Please make sure to check out his show, man. Definitely.
Shout out to Michael Vrabel, Captain
Yep.
Trips.
C-Dub,
Hey,
Jeremiah Robinson, what's good, gentlemen?
Salute.
Captain Trips, what's good? What's happening? We are here.
Salute.
We're here. So right now, guys, we apologize. We're usually always on time. We're very timely, and everything. Right now, there's been some technical issues right now, with New Stripe City. They'll be on the show here in just a second. But we'll get started. When they come in, we'll bring them into the show, man. So we're going to talk about the Titans in this Bengals game, folks. We are, man.
Definitely.
Yes.
AZ Mick, what's up? Durka time.
AZ. Mad about. Tighten up. What's good, homie?
Right. Shout out to Titan Nation, man. Hey, let's go ahead and get to 6-1, man. People, we are 5-1. We haven't been 5-1 since 2008. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We haven't been 5-1. It's been a minute since we've been 5-1. So I'm proud to be 5-1. I'm gonna wear that 5-1 very, very tough and very good. You know what I mean? So definitely.
Yeah, man. And so, coming in to, play Cincinnati, I know a lot of the fans think this should be a mollywhopping, right? Against a 1-5-1. They tied with the Eagles. They're 1-5-1. I mean, that's about as ugly as you can get, right? And so we will say, with the Titans, to never underestimate your opponent. I mean, look at Jacksonville, look at Minnesota. Teams that we should have beat handily. It took us all game to beat them. So be careful. In watching the film, it should be a victory.
It should be. And like you said, don't underestimate your opponent. We've seen the Titans do this plenty of times. But we know this is a new team. But the struggles that we are having this year on defense is what's keeping these teams in the game. You know what I mean? That's what kept Jacksonville in. That's what kept Minnesota in. I think only game that we didn't have that we dominated was the Bills game. And that was ironically weird that we dominated the Bills, but we couldn't dominate the Texans or even the Steelers. And I'm not saying we should have dominated the Steelers, but at the same time, it's a Steelers team that we felt confident going in. We knew I had us down losing. Yes, we did. I did. But at the same time, in my gut, I knew when we had the ball in our hand, we were going to take this and we were going to win the game. And shout out. Hey, we got a sub Steelers family. Oh, hey, we got a Steelers. Hey, shout out.
What's up, Ali Howard? What's good? What's happening? Durka time. Jack Dollars. What's up, bro? What's up? What's good, bro? So, yeah, man. So, this game here, man, as you said, Jacques, looking at it, man, in watching the film, the Bengals have a lot of weaknesses, ladies and gentlemen, okay? And their defense, there's a lot of issues on defense. You look at their pass defense, they will allow you to pass the ball on them. You look at their run defense, you can run on them. I think Derrick Henry can have a big game this game. I think Cincinnati's safeties are probably their best part of their defense because they make a lot of tackles. They lead them in tackles. But Joe Burrow's their best player, and he's a rookie.
Yes.
And they have a receiver in Tyler Boyd who they throw it to a lot. Tyler Boyd is one of the leading receivers in the league. Okay. Does anyone out there heard of Tyler Boyd? Probably not. And even if so, he's probably like your third receiver in fantasy football, but he's giving you surprising points, right? So Cincinnati surprisingly have players that have stepped up that you might not know about. I told Jacques, there's one player on Cincinnati that I feel is really good that we got to be careful about is their safety, Jesse Betts. Now, when New Stripe City comes onto the show, we definitely going to discuss that. T. Higgins, the guy from East Tennessee, he's there as well too. So they got a lot of guys you might not know about that can make plays for them. But and I'm not trying to brag or boast, because with the Titans, you never expect them to blow out anybody. It just doesn't happen. The Buffalo game was a surprise. We'll win games. We're not going to blow out nobody. But this should be a victory.
Right.
We should win this game.
Right. Right. Well, even with that, Hawk, I was, like you said, we've been looking at film. Even going back to the game when they played the Browns. The Browns didn't run. They didn't utilize their run game as much as they could have. Literally, I know Nick Chubb is out, but you got Hunt back there. But, I mean, Baker Mayfield had 5 touchdowns. Okay? Let that sink in, people. 5 touchdowns. Okay? They made Baker Mayfield look like Tom Brady. And I'm not knocking anything with Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is a decent quarterback. But that tells me something about their defense. And I think they have one of the safeties is Von Bell, I believe, as well.
Yep.
So, I mean, like you said, they got tackling safeties, literally. DBs are okay. T. Higgins is making plays out there as well as Tyler Boyd. I think I got Tyler Boyd on one of my fantasy teams, actually, that he is giving me like sneakily good points. So, hey, shout out to Tyler.
Yeah.
But there's Joe Mixon is not going to be playing this game, and I think he's a big factor as well.
Yes.
The offensive line is shaky. So, like you said, not underestimating the opponent, but this is the perfect game to have coming off a loss that we just played when we lost to the Steelers. This is a perfect game to where you can get your stuff together, defense. And once you get your stuff together, hey, we can at least try to get back up on the horse and get ready for the next game that we have when we play the Bears. You know what I mean? So
that's right. That's right.
Michael Vrabel, I agree. He said, I think
so. Michael Vrabel says Derrick Henry for 250 to 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. Wow. Hopefully,
that'd be awesome.
That would be. Hopefully, it don't even get to that point. Hopefully, he can run 100 yards and get 3 touchdowns or 2 touchdowns and win the game, where we don't have to run him 25 to 30 times against the Bengals. You know what I mean? Hopefully, it's we go in there, we beat them, and Derrick Henry go take you a seat, put McNichols in the game, and you rest for the rest of the game. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, man.
Yep. Jeremiah Robinson should be confident for the defense. I agree.
Yep. Ollie Howard, I support the show. Saw these guys. We appreciate it. We appreciate it, sir. We appreciate it, Ollie Howard. We appreciate it, man. We appreciate it.
That.
Yes, sir.
Definitely. So, I don't think we'll find that out. We'll probably find out tomorrow.
Yeah. We should find them. That's correct.
Tomorrow.
If that happens. So Jeremiah Robinson just answered this. If this happens, should be confidence for their defense. Absolutely.
Yes.
So Adoree Jackson gets out there. He covers Tyler Boyd. It's a wrap. You know what I mean? It's a wrap. They got T. Higgins, and let's not forget they got AJ Green out there, and AJ Green's been playing as their 3rd receiver. Right. So I'm not afraid of the receivers for the Bengals, man. I'm not. I think Joe Burrow is their best player. Burrow has the ability to throw interceptions. He's probably rookie of the year. Now, let me give you guys a quick debate. Now, Jacques, I'm gonna ask you this question about Joe Burrow, and let's look at the quarterback for the Chargers.
Justin Herbert. Okay.
Who do you think would be the better quarterback in the future, man?
Honestly,
man,
that is a question, man.
Yep.
Burrow, the problem I'm seeing with Burrow is Burrow doesn't have any protection. Burrow is running for his life. Burrow is on his back most of the time. He's taking hits. Herbert, on the other hand, has a better surrounding cast. Herbert has better receivers. Herbert has a better offensive line. If I have to pick one long term, it will be Herbert. Literally, it'll be Herbert. I mean, literally.
Man, I know. I think so too. He has tools that's intangibles that you just can't coach. He's 6'6". He has a gun of an arm. Accuracy is still kind of his issue at times, but I think he'll get better at that. Right. He's real cool under pressure. Now, Burrow's good. Don't get me wrong. I like Joe Burrow, but if you guys haven't seen Justin Herbert and everybody talks about Joe Burrow, check out Justin Herbert, man. I'm telling you.
And Michael Vrabel has a great point. Better defense. The defense.
Yes.
The Chargers as a whole are better than the Bengals. Let me say that. They're more balanced. So once they do get their extra piece, they will be fine. Once Derwin James comes back, they're going to elevate. They got Waterley back there. I'm a fan of the safety Waterley, man. I'm a big fan of his.
Right.
So if I have to look at the better outcome, Herbert surprised me, man. He surprised me. Like, he literally surprised me. I said, Herbert is pretty good, literally.
Yeah, he is. So C-Dub says, smash that like button. Absolutely. Smash the like button. So, and Zach Carpenter says, I could see Henry getting about 30 carries if we're winning big. They're going to rest his legs and let the backups eat.
I like it. I mean, you possibly can see Henry get 100, and you possibly can see McNichols get 100.
Yeah.
Literally. I mean, if Henry has 100 yards in the first half, I'm not saying this will happen, but if he does, get him about 150, give him 50 more, and then rest him.
Yep. So Cincinnati is coming in this game again. They are, not a lot of injuries. They did lose Carlos Dunlap. Carlos Dunlap was like, I'm gonna holler at y'all. Soon as they traded him, he was gone. He was like, he took his locker room plaque down. He took his parking lot lock down. He took down everything. So I think for Cincinnati, who they said it. Okay, I think they are going to be in a big time issue when it comes to us on defense. So Jacques, so for you, I have a question for you, man.
Yes, sir.
So looking at this game, you and I both have us to win this game and a pretty good handle here too.
Right.
What are some of the reasons as to why you think we can win the game? And then again, if anyone posts comments as well as to how we can win, I'll post it up here on here as well.
So one reason we can win the game is, of course, the offense is not we have not taken a step back with the offense. Okay, so like I said earlier, this is a good bounce back game. This will actually be a balanced game. You can see, like I said, Derrick Henry. You can either use Derrick Henry, you can win them with Derrick Henry, or you can win them with Tannehill. Pick your poison. Which one you want to use, right? Yep. This is the best thing that you can do. Like, you can either pass the ball or run the ball. Which one? What do you want to do? I feel like Tannehill will spread the ball out evenly. I feel like Derrick will get his yards, literally. He'll probably bust 2, so just get ready for that. I think special teams will actually get back on board. Thanks to Jeremiah. I mean, guess a good point, Jeremiah. Hey, special teams this will be a bounce back game for the entire team to get balanced again, right? I would like to see the second point. I can see the defense kind of settling down. I can see the defense kind of getting back to that point where they were that second half. And what I've seen with that second half, I can see that happening as well. So, the second half, we made adjustments, right?
Yep.
We were able to stop the big play. We were able to control the underneath. We still couldn't get pressure on Big Ben, but we were able to back off the linebackers, and the linebackers were able to get in space, and Jayon was able to make plays, and the DBs were able to make plays. They looked like the Titans of old, right? Then, also, I feel that our receivers are going to eat, okay? You're going to see a lot of play action. Watch the play action is going to be heavy in this game.
Man.
Baker Mayfield was able to utilize the play action beautifully, literally beautifully. And like you said, with Dunlap being gone, that just gives us more of an advantage because they don't have a pass rush either. Their pass rush is just as suspect as our pass rush. So it's even across the board. What about you?
So, looking at Michael Vrabel, how can we win this game? Pass rush. Agreed. Facts, no paper, of course. Facts, no paper. And also as well, too, man, King Isaac, I see you, bro. He said Gostowski messed him up. Hopefully we won't need Gostowski for this game, right? And of course, Arthur Brown has another huge game. Captain Trips, we feel you, good brother. So I'm going to piggyback off Captain Trips on this point right here. The Cincinnati Bengals pass defense is in the bottom 3 of the league. Okay. When you watch the film, they made Rashad Higgins on the Cleveland Browns look like Terrell Owens.
Yep.
They made Baker Mayfield look like Joe Montana. Baker Mayfield had 5 touchdowns after only having 1 touchdown in the first half, right? So Arthur Brown, and I think that the game is going to be based upon Ryan Tannehill, not so much Derrick Henry. I really think they're going to try to do their best to stack the box, which they're not going to be able to do. But I still think the way for us to win this ball game is by throwing the ball. Their corners, they're okay, right? Their safeties are who lead them in tackles, and Von Bell and Bates. They're their leading tacklers. But you have Jackson, the one corner. You got Phillips, the other corner. You have Mackenzie Alexander's another corner too. These guys have been challenged all year long. They give you a lot of space, kind of like how we do, but they're not as good as us, nor do they tackle as well, and they give up the deep ball. So A.J. Brown, Corey Davis, Jonnu Smith. I would say you this. I think A.J. Brown will score at least 2 touchdowns. I give Jonnu Smith at least 1 touchdown. Corey Davis might get about 6, 7 catches.
Yep.
I think the passing game is what's going to be huge for this game. When you look at Carlos Dunlap not being there, the pass rush is gone. Now, the one guy that they do have that's sort of their sack artist is Lawson. Lawson leads them in sacks. He has 3 sacks. But that's not scaring anybody, right? We contain him. We can throw the ball. So look for a big game from our passing game. Definitely.
Corey B, that's a good point. He said we'll finally see Vic Beasley play
for the Titans. Yeah, he picked up a little bit the last game. He did. But yes, I think Corey B. I think that's a great point because their linemen are right. They're weak. They made Myles Garrett look like Lawrence Taylor out there. Myles Garrett's a heck of a ball player, but we'll see, man. We'll see. Yeah. Jack Dollars, 2 touchdowns for sure. Absolutely.
Hey, Darker Time got a point. He said, Khalif, watch Khalif. You got it right here.
Exactly.
Hey, Khalif, man. Hey, Khalif could have a big game. Literally everyone can eat in this game. And we know defensively, man, we lead the league in turnovers, okay?
Yes, we do.
Now, this is another game. Like, we know Burrow can thread that needle, literally. But this is another game where we can get 2 or 3 more picks and we good to go. So, literally.
Yep. Yes. And had their fans look like this. Oh, no. Who they? Okay, sorry. So, yes.
So, this part of the show where we're going to let the fans in the comment section just pose one question. We'll answer.
Yep. Corey B said KB31 might eat this week. Hey, Joe Burrow will throw the ball in the middle. Yes. Boyd, let me tell y'all about Boyd. Y'all might not know this about Boyd. Boyd is like number 4 in the league in yards and receiving. He's got already over 500 yards receiving. So that's who he looks for. And when you watch the games, he's a one-read guy. And I'm talking about Joe Burrow, right? And he has the needle. But if you cover him, then he starts looking abroad and he starts throwing. He has 5 interceptions in 9 touchdowns. So, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. So, it'll be there. So hopefully KB can make some picks. He needs some picks.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, definitely, man.
Appreciate it, man. Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate the love, brother. Appreciate the love.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate the love. So,
look at that question right there, Jacques.
Let's see. Bengals defense plays with a lot of energy. We got to be careful not to come out flat.
That's true.
Facts.
That is true. That's facts.
Facts.
D. Davis, we know about Bates.
Yes.
Don't you think Bates is one of the better safeties young safeties in the league?
Yes.
And boy plays with a lot of energy, man. Number 30, if y'all don't know who he is. Yes.
TA. Shout out to TA. What up, TA?
Titan Anderson. What's going on, brother?
Hey,
what's going on?
That's what I'm saying. Like, so to piggyback off
Tighten up. Yes, sir. Tighten up.
So to piggyback off that, Hawk.
Yes.
Well, not even piggyback off that. That was a good question. To come out flat. So to not come out flat, what can be reasons how we can lose this game? I know we are confident going in this game, right?
Yes.
How can we lose this game?
Well, I think, man.
And in the comment section, how can we lose this game?
Yes. We can't underestimate the Cincinnati Bengals, okay? I think one way we could lose this game if we're not careful, as D. Davis just stated, this defense does fly around the football, and they gamble a lot. They blitz a lot, okay? Meaning if you can get past that, you can throw it deep and somebody's going to be wide open. I think and hope Ryan Tannehill and the offense can understand that, to be very careful of Bates coming down the field, Von Bell coming down the field, making interceptions, right? Because, again, they gamble. And so, we need to make the right reads, and we need to make sure that their defense don't get too comfortable and too confident. And, and I think that's going to be the issue for us, is underestimating their safeties. Throwing it all the way down the field, not knowing that Bates is a good young safety is going to come in and try to make some plays. So we have to be careful of that, to not underestimate their pass defense. Pass on them, but be careful, especially down the middle. I think the most success for them is on the outside. Their corners are they're so-so. Their safeties is the best part of their defense. So if we're not careful, we could lose that game as far as turnovers. We got to be careful of interceptions and things like that. But I think outside of that, that's probably what I would say. What about for you, man?
So for me, starting slow. Don't start slow. Don't come out like what's his name said, don't come out flat. Play your game, okay? Don't get off cold. Play tight in football, right?
Yep.
We were uncharacteristic when we played the Steelers. I mean, we started slow. Of course, we didn't have the ball. They played keep away. They kept our offense off the field, which is they respect our offense enough to do that, to keep us off the field. But don't you think that since he's going to try to do the same thing, the same exact thing, the same formula, trying to keep us off the field, that's when the defense is going to have to step up, because we don't want to have the same carbon copy of trying to play catch up and trying to play from behind. Yep. When you get that lead, you keep that lead, right? Which I have a feeling that we will come out firing early, but we have to keep that same energy from special teams to defense to offense. Literally, we have to play as a unit, not just one unit is clicking and the other two are not, right? Yep. So, and underestimating the opponent, we don't want to do that either. I mean, literally, and it goes hand in hand when it says underestimating the opponent and coming out flat. Because there's been times when I played, you're like, okay, you about to dust these fools, right? Yep. You're thinking, okay, we're just going to wipe them out the water. And then all of a sudden they keep it close. You're like, okay, what's going on? It's nothing that they're doing special. It's something that you're not doing. You're not coming out with that same energy that you've been doing when you've been playing all year, right? So for me, is keeping that same intensity, that same energy, and coming out and getting back on that Titans football. And I know I've noticed when the Titans defer to the second half, that's where you kind of see that issue come in. When we decide to get the ball the first half or the first time, we're fine. We go down there, we score, we come back on defense. Defense kind of stalls out or gets a 3 and out. But we can't come out flat, man. We got to come out and we got to come out striking. We got to strike.
Correct. Absolutely. D Nice. They call me D Nice. Doom, doom, doom. Hey, what's going on, bro? Third down defense. Agreed.
Yes.
That's a weakness for us. We know that.
I got you one. Hold on. Jack Dallas, do we need a kicker? Do we need another kicker, Hawk?
Yes, we do, but we can't get one. So we got Gostowski for the rest of the year until somebody else gets cut from another team. I mean, people don't realize it's hard to get a kicker from off the streets and then come in being as proficient as a kicker needs to be, right? So, yes, I would like to have maybe somebody come in and try out and see if they could beat Gostowski. But for right now, I mean, all teams have kickers right now that are questionable. So we just need to do a better job in scoring points and getting the ball in the end zone. You know what I mean?
Right with him, right? But first of all, don't put the kicker in a situation where he has to win the game.
Yep.
That's number one. Don't put him in that situation. You put him in that situation, we got to depend on him every time.
That's right, sir.
Put that pressure on.
Absolutely. So Jason Marable asked Jock, do y'all think we're going to do any trades before the deadline? What you think, sir?
So Titans, we had the same question on Titans and Truth show last night. And I'm thinking that we would do it for depth. But if we haven't done anything now, and I got to say this all the time, John Robinson is on the phone. He's like this right now. Hey, what are we doing? What are we doing? Hey, we got this. Contracts this, contract that. He's on the phone now, literally on the phone, trying to say, hey, what do you want for Gilmore? Okay, that's too pricey. What do you want for this player? What do you want for that player? Do I think it's going to happen? No, because I think the Titans right now are okay with what they got. As fans, we not okay with what they got. We like, okay, they're not doing nothing. But I feel like in that organization, I feel like, hey, they're fine with what they got. They're hoping that they're going to all continue to get on the same page eventually. We don't know when that's going to happen, but I don't see. What about you, Hawk?
Well, I don't know, man. I think we need to make some trades. I think we need to bring at least a corner in here, you know, to help us out on the way that we play defense. Since we're not having a defensive coordinator, something has to change. What's so crazy from a ranking standpoint, we're in the middle of the pack in the league, so their defense is worse than us. It's crazy. But you know, again, when it comes to turnovers, we lead the league in turnovers. We're the worst team on defense on third down by far in the league, and we lead the league in turnovers. So what that lets me know is we will allow you to throw and pass and things. Eventually, you're going to mess up. We're going to get a turnover. That's how they play defense. So I would like to have a shutdown corner to minimize that because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, we have a Super Bowl offense.
Yep.
But our defense is playing like a 5-11 team, okay? So that has to be fixed. Gilmore, if we get Stephon Gilmore, I know that's the name that get thrown around. A lot of times when that happens, it probably won't happen. But you know, it probably will cost us a second-round pick, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to cost us high. I'm willing to do that because our window is short. We got 3 to 4 years. We got to make this happen, man. So, yeah, man.
So let me ask you this, Hawk. Let me and fans in the comments as well. Would you rather have sacks or would you rather have turnovers?
Turnovers. Give me turnovers. Because a sack, it could be a 2-yard sack, a 1-yard sack. Give me turnovers. Give me turnovers. And give me pick 6 turnovers. Fumble to touchdown turnovers, right?
I agree.
Yep.
I like
King
that.
Nat said it's worth a second. Agreed, sir. Agreed.
I'll take a second. But also remember the value of what does John Robinson's best value of his draft picks come out of?
Later, yep.
The second round and below. Second round and below, literally. So when we give him second round, it's worth it. But
that's right.
King
Nat said we cheap, bro.
That's true. I mean, that's
true.
It's
true. That's true. What up, Rob? What about Rob? What's good, homie? Yes.
So I mean, that's facts, literally.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is, man.
But if we do get Gilmore, we going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I will say that we're going to the Super Bowl.
And everybody stays healthy too. Absolutely.
Yep, everybody stays healthy.
For anyone as well too, let me move this off here. Let me move this off the banner here. For anyone that needs in the Nashville or Middle Tennessee area, if you have a wooden deck that needs to be stained, you need anything power washed on the outside, your mailbox, anything like that, give Nashville Stain a call. Nashville Stain is a company that sponsors us here on the show. You can email them at nashvillestain@gmail.com. They're some great people, man. Yep.
So, Mike Ripper said he'll give him a first round pick because we're picking at 32nd anyway. I like the confidence. I like that. That means Super Bowl, baby.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I like that.
Yep.
So, Hawk, let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
Give me a player on the Bengals that we should be concerned about in this game? In comment section, hey, have at it.
Yep. Darker time. Yeah, you're right. About Logan Ryan, man. We would love to have him on the team to guard the guy that I think would be the issue for us, and that's the receiver that we've been talking about. When you look at Boyd is making a lot of plays out there, okay? Tyler Boyd has 517 yards of receptions. He's averaging about 6 catches a game, and he does have 2 touchdowns. T. Higgins, the rookie, has 3 touchdowns. But I'm more concerned about Boyd. Joe Burrow looks for Boyd. If you guys haven't seen him play, he wears 83. So watch Boyd. I would say Joe Burrow. I agree. Dust Thunder 9. I do, and I think everyone knows that. But I'm looking more for Titan fans who might not know of a certain player. I think the world knows about Joe Burrow. I'm looking out for Boyd. I think he could be the issue. What about for you, man?
Man, they got a pair of receivers. They got AJ Green, Boyd, and Higgins. Like we're not realizing that. Like he has weapons. They might not be household weapons like AJ Green, but he has weapons, right?
Right.
Higgins has been playing pretty solid. And like you said, Tyler Boyd is on my fantasy team. So I know I've had him on my fantasy team 3 years straight, man. So I know about Tyler Boyd. And his rookie year, he had a solid rookie year. So like you said, that's somebody that we do have to be concerned about. And I can say Joe Burrow as well and be like, hey, Burrow is gonna scare me. But I mean, without Burrow throwing it to Boyd, and we seen what Deontay Johnson
for the Steelers.
We seen what he did. They sort of have the same similar build.
They do,
but the same similar build. So if we get Ty Smith on Boyd, we screwed.
We're screwed. That's why we need 25 back on the field. We need him back on the field, man. We really do, man.
And I believe that tight end. Who's that? I think it's Eifert, not Tyler Eifert, is it?
Who is their tight end? Is his name is Sample.
Okay, it is Sample.
Sample.
Okay.
Yep, Sample. He's not much of a problem. I saw he made a few catches. He wears 89. He made a few catches against the Browns. Not much. He's not really scary because I'm gonna tell you this. Darker time. You bring up a good point too. Tight ends have always given us a problem, but for some reason this year we've done pretty well against the tight ends this year.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's the one thing that for years, tight end. Okay, it could be me out there, tight end, and Jacques, you could be the quarterback. I'm getting at least 1 touchdown, right? Yep. Boom, boom. So yeah, yeah, man. So yeah, that's who it is.
Even Ebron didn't go off last week.
No, he didn't. He didn't at all. He didn't, man.
Okay, he's on the Jags. Okay.
Yeah, he's on the Jags. That's right. So yeah. So I tell you this too, Jacques, man. Looking at the Cincinnati Bengals, looking at their defense, you and I talked about that as well, as
Mhm.
far as what you've seen on tape and what I've seen. What have you seen on tape that's been a problem with the Bengals, man?
So you mean that, but they're having a problem, or just
Something we can expose.
you can expose the middle. The middle of the field is there. When I say the middle field is wide open and play action. This should be a easy play action game, man. That's where they were successful, literally. Where the Browns were successful. I mean, I was watching one play and Baker rolled out, boom, play action, and literally the entire defense bit. And I was like,
Yeah.
I said, Landry's wide open, literally in the flat,
Yeah.
wide
Yep.
open. Boom, he's good. So for me, it's the middle of the field you can exploit. And
Yep, I agree. I totally agree. So speaking of that,
can play off and pass off some routes and picks and stacks like they're doing right here. Baker, end zone caught. Bryant for the touchdown. And Mayfield.
so that speaks to our point. When we look at them defensively, guys, not only is the middle open, the outside is open too. The corners, for some reason, get real overzealous. They're real jumpy. They're young, kind of like the Jags. A bunch of young guys that's wild and ready to play defense. The problem is you can expose that.
Right.
And so, looking at this game, I do think, again, Ryan Tannehill can expose that, just like Baker Mayfield.
Down the seam. Mayfield towards the end zone. It is caught. Was he in? Yes. Donovan Peoples-Jones.
So when you look at that, it's like, man, Baker Mayfield had 5 touchdowns. Baker Mayfield, Ryan Tannehill.
Yep.
Joe Mixon's not even playing right now. So their offense, I'm not so worried about their running game. So they're going to have to pass. So looking at our passing game versus their passing game, I think that we will see some success. I really do. So Joe Burrow, he'll be there. But I'm looking at Ryan Tannehill versus, Baker Mayfield's quarterbacks against the Cincinnati defense. Give me Ryan Tannehill. If he can score 5 touchdowns, Tannehill can at least score 4 or 5 himself too.
Yep.
It'll be there. It'll be there.
And somebody said in the comments, this will put Ryan Tannehill in the MVP. This will bump his MVP status up. Like, literally, this game could be the game. How do you want to take questions, man?
Absolutely, man.
Right, so Jeremiah, I want to go to Jeremiah's question real quick. Hold on.
Okay. Yes, sir.
So he said, will D. Henry be the rushing leader for the second year in a row?
Yes, he will. I think his competition, my thing, I just hope he stays healthy the whole entire season. His competition is done. I mean, Christian McCaffrey's out, not for the season, but he'll be out for at least 2 more weeks. Saquon Barkley's out for the season. So those are guys that could push that. Even Dalvin Cook, who's a good running back, he's hurt. Nick Chubb's hurt. It's a lot of injuries. So Derrick Henry, yes, he'll win the rushing leader. Absolutely.
Derrick Henry has 663 yards and 7 touchdowns, and he's averaging 4.6 yards average a carry, bro. So yes, he possibly, and I'm not saying it'll happen, he can rush for 2,000 yards if he wanted to. But will he be the rushing leader? Yes, he will. He's already the rushing leader.
He will be. He will be.
Literally, I think Clyde Edwards is behind him.
Yes, he is.
He's trailing him by 200 yards, maybe.
Yep.
So,
and now they got Le'Veon Bell, so that's going to take a few carries away from him, man. So.
Right.
So you see Michael Vrabel's comment about J.C. Bates talking trash? No, I have not. I have not seen that. I got to research that. Bates, be careful.
Hey, let them do it. Let them do it. I mean, it's everybody has confidence, and now that they saying that the Titans have since we lost to the Steelers, that I've seen us fall in the power rankings. I've seen us drop the 10, and I'm like, people, we're still 5-1. Okay,
that's right, sir.
That's disrespectful. But hey, let them talk. They think they're gonna come in and do what they do, and then the Titans will kick them out the ballpark again. So
absolutely. So Danko Hawkins says hello and thanks. What's going on, guy? Mike Vrabel, once and remembers exactly build up the team with quality football players. Quentin Williams will be a plus for the defense. That's true. Quentin Williams would be a good plus for our defense. Quentin Williams is now, the Jets are looking to trade him. He was a first-round pick. For those that remember him in the draft here in Nashville, he was sneezing during one of his interviews. That joke's a big dude. He played it here in Alabama in the SEC. He'd be a welcome addition. I'd bring him on, but give me a corner. I want a corner.
Right.
Maybe that's me, but yeah.
I agree.
Yep. Yeah.
He called Ryan Hill check down Charlie. Wow.
Is that what he said? Wow. Jesse Bates.
Disrespectful, boy.
Wow. Okay. Hey, that pisses the Titans off. Sometimes they need that, man. You know what I'm saying? And so Jesse Bates, if you're watching the show, who they? Okay. And after the game, is that Jesse Bates in the middle? Is that him with the bag on his face? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I
tighten up.
Got another question.
Yes.
Jeremiah Robinson is hooker or starter. What you think, Hawk?
Well, it depends on the sets that we run. I mean, right now, he's playing the best of the three right now between Bayer, him, and Vaccaro. Will he start over them? No, because of their contracts, right? But I think in a 3-safety set, yes, Hooker should be starting. So yes, he should be starting. But to say could he start over them? Probably not. Not right now.
So with that question, he's not going to start right now, like you said, Hawk. But eventually, he was bought in to take somebody's spot. That was the reason he was bought in. We know Vaccaro, they might not sign Vaccaro again. They might, but it all depends. But he was brought in to take somebody's spot. Not saying he'll take Bryant, but he's there to take Vaccaro's spot. Literally. Once Vaccaro's contract is up, they might resign him. They might not. So,
yeah. Captain Tripp says Adrian Peterson was the last running back to MVP. So I guess he's asking, can Derrick Henry be the MVP of the league? What do you think?
I think he can, but I don't think they'll give it to him. Not in this day and age because of what we have with Patrick Mahomes and other running backs as well. I would love to see it, but they already disrespect him like Ryan Clark did. So I don't see him getting the MVP, even if he runs for 3,000 yards.
Right. Yeah, I think it's going to be tough to, unless all the quarterbacks start to stink. The game is a passing game, so the passing numbers are just going to look amazing unless Derrick Henry has like 2,200 yards rushing, and then we make it to the playoffs, deep in the playoffs, that would be a chance for him. But no, I don't think so. I think it'll be very difficult unless, again, we have a bunch of Trent Dilfer type of quarterbacks that's throwing him. That's not the case. Yep. We appreciate it. Make sure to smash the like button. As always, you guys give the best comments, man. We've been on many shows, live podcasts, and you guys have the best questions and have more insight. You guys aren't just saying, the Titans are going to win 1,000-0, right? The Titans are going to go undefeated. They can beat anybody. You guys are being very insightful, and we appreciate that.
Good question. Durka Time asks, Chris Jackson is developing faster than expected. Not saying he's amazing, but he makes plays. Durka Time, facts! No paper! All day.
Yep.
I'm a fan of Chris Jackson. Chris Jackson is developing to be a serviceable corner, but he can become a good corner, right?
Yep.
With preseason and training camp next year, if we get to have it, I believe that can elevate him and make him into a great corner. So,
yes. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, he was a 7th-round pick, man. And he's out there playing hella minutes. He's out there on the field, okay? So he is surprising. I'm shocked. Guys like that will be in the league for a long time, at least 5 years minimum, right? One, because his contract is favorable, and you're bringing him in on a 3-year deal. He's probably making $600,000 or something. Probably he'll be in the league, man. So yes, he is developing very fast.
Right.
Yep. Great questions, guys. Great questions. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please click that subscribe button, man. Hey, that's what we do, man.
Right. So,
Vibranium Jim from Miami, the MIAO.
He asked, do you think Adam Humphries is underrated?
Yes.
Yep.
Man, a lot of folks don't talk about Adam. Man, we don't really talk about him as much as we should.
Don't.
Adam catches everything. Everything. Okay.
He's a 3rd down possession. I mean, literally, if you need a 3rd and 15, Adam Humphries is there. Literally. He's right there. He's in position. He's good to go. So
Yep. Good question. So Michael Rabel asked, where's New Stripe City? Well, they just messaged us not too long ago, and I think some family situations right now. So just out of respect, they're not going to be on the show at this moment. Maybe we'll catch up another time or whatever. And if so, we'll let you all know. But,
maybe we'll have them on the post game. Maybe. So.
Yeah, maybe. Yep. And they're a good podcast.
Right.
It would have brought the funk.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. We would have had a whole bunch of those. Who they? Okay. All right. We had that on there.
So when Corey's contract is up, who do we try to trade for a draft or what? What you think, Al?
I think Corey Davis would take a pay cut. And I know that's hard to understand. Even if my job asked me to take a pay cut of anybody's job, you're like, man, please, right? But I think Corey Davis would rather be employed at a certain point versus going somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? It may not even make money or even make, even get signed, right? So I think it's a good possibility we can work out a decent contract with Corey Davis. If he's let go, I mean, it'd be because of contract, and I'd understand, if we couldn't come up with a deal. But if you all watched our show in the pre-draft show, I was screaming till I couldn't talk anymore to draft a wide receiver because of this situation. And, think about even where we could be at this point with even another receiver, right? Could score an extra few more points where we're not having to depend on Steven Gostkowski so much to kick field goals. But if we bring him back on a good contract, I'm okay with that. I am, but in the business world, if it doesn't happen, good luck to him.
You had Justin Jefferson, man. That would have been a hell of a pickup, man.
That's right.
Instead of wasting it on Isaiah Wilson.
That's right. That's right. Pete Hicks, what's good, homie?
Shout out. Salute. Hey, we appreciate it, brother. Hold on.
You see that? From Durka time to you, Jacques.
Right. I mean, if he, like you said, he'll be a lesser version of Allen Robinson. I mean, literally, if he's smart, stay here. If you want to win a championship, stay here. We'll eventually, hopefully, get us a championship the way the team is built. And we just have championship players. And Derrick Henry's a championship type of person. So he definitely wants to get him a championship. He's done it in high school, college, and now he wants to get him a Super Bowl. Right. So definitely.
Absolutely. You guys have great content here, guys. Great content. We appreciate it, man. Real talk.
It's
Gostkowski trash. Well,
we've put him in situations that when he got his sock on, yes, he's trash. When he has his sock off, he's not trash.
Right. Okay, I would say this. He's trash that you put like in an office, like those little trash bins, and you put a little Kroger bag in there and you throw it. He's that type of trash. He's not the trash that you put the big bag in the Ziploc string and all that, and he's not quite there. But right now he is kind of leaning towards the office trash. We throw staples and shredded sheets of paper. So he's at that level right now.
Right.
Yep. How old are you guys? Wow. I'm trying to think. Should we?
Mike Barry putting us on the spot.
I know, right? The question we should ask is, how do you think we are? What about that?
Right. That's a good question.
How do you think we are? And who's the oldest?
Right.
Yeah, man.
Man.
Yep. Danko, it says, I agree, Hawk. I see the Hawk on your name too now. That's good stuff.
Yeah, this is cousin, man.
Yep.
This is
Jordan
cousin.
Tighten up. Yeah. Agreed, sir. Agreed, man. So yeah, we got to hopefully in the draft next year. Hopefully we can, get more offensive weapons here and everything. Someone says Hawk is older, 35 and up. Yes. Yeah.
So they got that part right. You are older.
Right. Now I'm older.
Yeah.
I'm older. Yeah. It's the no hair, I guess, too, right? Few little gray strands in my beard. Yeah, I am older. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, man.
Samaro or Javon Curse?
Somebody say something. Go ahead. What did he say?
Jeremiah asked, Samaro or Javon Curse?
As far as who was the best player at their position?
Probably.
I'm gonna say Javon Curse.
JV. Or JK. Javon.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Curse. Just about a little bit. Monroe was cold at corner, man.
Yes. Are they getting you, Hawk?
Yeah, they all by my gray hairs. Hey, that's wisdom. That's all that is wisdom. I'm still a young guy. Yeah, man. Yep.
Oh, we got Any thoughts on slow starts from Evan this year?
Good question, Durka time. What you think, Josh? That's a great question.
Woo. I believe it's the defense being out of position all as a whole, man. He was making plays last year where he was put in positions where he could make plays. For example, the goal line stance. I think he had like 2 or 3. He had 1 in the playoffs. So it's something that I'm noticing with the defense. And I've talked to you about this, Hawk, where I'm seeing Bryant is uncomfortable. The corners are uncomfortable. They're playing 10 yards off. The linebackers look uncomfortable. Only person that doesn't look uncomfortable is Big Jeff Simmons. He looks like he's in his element. Like, that's what he do. JD looks uncomfortable. Harold Landry looks like he's in his element too, but I think it's just that they're just not in the right position. And that second half of the Steelers game, Jayon looked like he is gaining his traction again, but Rashaan Evans is there to stop the run. I mean, that's what he's here for. He's a prototypical run linebacker. He's not a pass linebacker. He's a run stopper. So for me, it's them playing out of position, them missing Dean Pease, because Dean Pease puts you in that position to where you are great. And he can make you and me look like top corners, literally. I mean, Look what he did to Logan. And Logan is still performing at a high level with the Giants. But
facts, no paper.
Just to me, what I'm seeing is just the missing a defensive coordinator was really, really hurting us. And I don't know where the adjustment came from the last game we played the Steelers, but it needs to happen all the time going forward. What about you?
Well, I think, man, Evans is not playing up to par right now. I don't know, missing practice time might have hurt him. He still is out. He's still out there. He's still running around the field. He's got to find the football, and I think he himself will know that too on video. Could say like, man, I need to go find the ball. I have the energy, but I'm not finding the football. So he has to do a better job. But you look at the teams. A lot of teams aren't really running on us too much. I mean, Connor had a pretty nice running game, but. Evans has to do better in locating the ball. It's just what it is. He's not playing well right now. So do you think Isaiah, who is this from Takina? What's going on? Do you think Isaiah Wilson will play this year? What you think?
Is he practicing? Did he practice this week?
Yeah, he did.
Maybe week 12, maybe. Just rotate him, rotate him. I mean, he was brought in for this situation that we have now. Literally, Taylor goes down. You move Kelly to the left tackle role. You got your big tackle right as Vincent at the right tackle. We good, right?
Yes.
Didn't happen. Okay.
Yep.
Will he play? Yes, he'll eventually play this year. He has to play. He has to get some reps. If not, he's gone. They got to get rid of him early. I mean, you got to trade him. You got to do something. I mean, because you're not getting any productivity out, and you wasted a first round pick. That's what really upsets me. There was good players on the board. We didn't pick up no receivers. Me and Hawk was screaming for a receiver. We got a corner, but we need a receiver, like literally. So what about you, Hawk?
I think he will play. I think, in certain circumstances, as he continues to practice and things of that nature. I'm gonna tell you this, man. I would have said the same thing as you said, probably like week 12 or something. Barring that hopefully Sambrello, who's playing pretty well.
Right.
And, Dennis Kelly, hopefully they can stay healthy. But Isaiah Wilson is a right tackle, so it'd be really on Dennis Kelly. Now, if something happened with Sambrello, they would slide Kelly to left tackle because Kelly plays in any position on the offensive line.
Sambrello does too. So he's very versatile too. So
okay, cool. So I do think he'll play at some point, only in certain circumstances. I don't think he'll be out there like starting or anything like that. No, not right now, man. He's got a long way to go.
Get him in the rotation. I like to see him on the run game. That's all. I would like to see him maul down some people on the run game.
Right. As an extra tackle on that side.
Right. D. Davis says, "Do you guys like us to win the division, or are the Colts still a threat?"
Yeah, they're still a threat.
Yeah, they are.
The Colts for the shoe, as they say. Yes, they're still a threat.
They are. Did you see what they did to the Bengals?
Say that again.
Did you see what they did to the Bengals? The Bengals had a 20-point lead on them. They came back.
Came back,
now,
exactly.
People, they're still a threat. Can they win the division? Yes. Do I see them winning the division? No. I still see the Titans with the momentum that we have and what we're doing on offense. They do have a good defense. Don't get me wrong. Am I scared of them? No. They're just a well-coached team, and they have a defensive coordinator that knows how to put them in the right positions to make plays and win. So,
and y'all, we have not won the division since 2008.
2008.
That's unbelievable.
Yep.
That's incredible.
Yep.
So yeah, they're a threat, but we need the Colts to tighten up, though. That's what we need them to do.
Yep. Rambo.
Great comments. So we're gonna keep the comments open here for the next few minutes, man, and we're gonna be ending the show, getting our minds ready for the game. Cannot wait till Sunday. I'm not sleeping on Cincinnati at all. We better be ready for Cincy.
So Hawk. So
Yes.
Rambo Mode says, "What's your predictions for the Titans' record this season?" Now, guys, if you go back and look at our prediction show, me and Hawk, and this is crazy. We did not look at each other's predictions. We did not even look.
Right.
Literally, we came in cold. We both had us going 11-5.
Yep, 11-5.
11-5. So, Colt, has that changed since the season started?
Nope. I'm sticking to it.
Me too.
11-5.
Me too.
Rambo Mo, great question, sir.
Me too.
Or ma'am, 11-5.
Me too.
Absolutely.
Me too.
Yes.
I am sticking with 11-5. Because it's gonna be some games where we rest our players. And we want to be fresh going in the playoffs, right?
That's right.
Now, it's when we lose those games, where do we lose them at, right? Because we don't want to lose them too late in the season when we lose 5 in a row. We in danger. You see what I'm saying? So,
yep, that's right. That's right. That's right. That is right.
Hey, we heard the news, man.
Yep, heard the news about Trevor Lawrence. For those who don't know, Trevor Lawrence, the quarterback for Clemson, the absolute #1 pick of the draft, tested positive for COVID. Man,
it's
careful.
Real. Remember
it is real, y'all.
They tried to blame the Titans. Remember that?
Yep, remember that.
They tried to blame us for everything. Remember, all the Titans, the COVID Titans. Well, there was a report that didn't the Texans have to shut down their facility?
Yep.
I think most teams have been having an issue.
Exactly.
With COVID and people is here. It's a pandemic. This is going to happen.
And my uncle had just got out the hospital today. He had COVID and he had been in the hospital for 6 days. And so I'm just so glad he's home. If you're listening, much love to your uncle. COVID is real, ladies and gentlemen. So it's not a joke. So keep your mask on.
Exactly. Tigana says, "Is it too late to get a defensive coordinator?"
I don't think so.
Never too late.
Never too late. Exactly. Never too late. Never too late. They need to.
Hassle.
Yep. But here's the thing I think the Titans are going to walk away with. They're going to say, right now, we're number 12 in defense. Why do we need a coordinator? I really think they'll think that.
Yep.
But because they cause turnovers. And the Titans do that. I mean, we do make turnovers.
Yep.
But we have to look at it much deeper than that. We know on third down, we're the worst I've ever seen on third down in life. Mm-hmm. So I hope so, man. I hope so.
Ooh, this is a hell of a question, man.
Jeremiah Robinson.
Eddie George or Earl Campbell?
So,
that's a time question. That's like
it is.
It's like asking Michael Jordan or LeBron.
Yeah, based on when you were born and what you saw. Because I didn't see Earl Campbell play.
I've seen clips.
I've seen his stats. He's in the Hall of Fame. Earl Campbell was unbelievable. He was running people over just like Derrick Henry. I mean, saying literally stiff arming and stepping over people, right?
Mm-hmm. Headbutting people in the chest too.
Yep. I'd probably have to say Earl Campbell.
I'm going Earl. I'm
gonna say Earl. Eddie was unbelievable. You see this man right? You see this guy right here? That's Eddie right there. That's 27 right here. But I'm gonna probably say Earl just by a little bit.
Yes.
College and pro. College Eddie George probably, but in the pros, Earl Campbell was a problem. Absolutely. Yep. So we'll take two more questions, guys and ladies.
Durker time. If you look at the practice photos, looks like it's true. That is true. He is spending more time. True. But is he trying to give Shane Bowen the keys to the Corvette and saying, "Hey, you do what you got to do and make mistakes as you go along"? But if I was Shane Bowen, if I knew I was Dean Pease understudy, I would have been studying under Dean Pease. I'll be calling Dean Pease now and saying, "Hey, Dean, brother, can I have everything that you know? Can you teach me as I'm going through the season? How do you make adjustments? What do you see here? What's going on?" Literally, if I'm studying for a test, that's what I'm doing. If I'm trying to be an understudy of somebody at my job, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yep. So this is James Bryant, Jay Beasy. What's good with you, homie? So this is a great question. What team do y'all fear the most? Okay, so Ja, I'm gonna cut this question into a few segments here.
Okay.
Let's go 2. You give your 2, I'll give my 2.
Okay.
So in the AFC, of course, right?
Teams that I fear the most. Are we NFC, AFC, or just NFL, period?
I'm going to say the AFC.
AFC, okay. The one team is KC. They the Super Bowl champs. That's the team that we have to beat to get to where we want to get to the top. We got to knock the king off, right? That's KC. Number 2 team is going to surprise everybody, okay? This is going to surprise some people, okay? And this is going to sound crazy, right? I'm going to say the Colts. And I'm going to tell you why I fear the Colts. It's not a big fear, right? We know as Titans fans, we know as Titans Nation, we can beat the Colts handily, right?
Yep.
But the Colts is that team that usually sneaks up on the Titans and they get us at the right time. And it's the determining factor for us to get into the playoffs or we don't get into the playoffs. They're the determining factor that can end our season or make our season, right? The Colts are a great coach team under Frank Reich. And literally, me and Hawk have talked about this. Is one of the best coach teams I've seen. You take average players, literally, the Colts have an average team at best, okay? And you turn them into a team, okay? They play and they win as a team, okay?
Yep.
And that's how you win football games, people, right? I don't know if they're still the number 1 defense, but at one point in time, they were the number 1 defense. You on paper, you're looking at like, how are the Colts the number 1 defense? That's coaching, people. That's coaching.
They're number 3 right now. They're still up there.
That's still good.
That is good.
You look at Titans on paper, we have a Super Bowl defense, but we can't get it together. We can't get pressure on the quarterback. Our secondary is not gelling. But I look at the Colts on paper, and I'm like, literally, who is this? Who is that?
Yeah. Yep.
Who is this? We know Darius Leonard. We know him. We know who did they trade for, Hawk? My mind is slipping.
For the
DeForest Buckner.
DeForest Buckner, yes.
Big Buckner. We know Buckner, right?
Yep.
The Colts are low-key scary, literally, because of the fact that, first, we haven't played them yet, okay? And 2, they can be right. They're right behind us, guys.
Yep.
They're right, but they just only lost 2 games. We've lost 1. So we slip up, we're done. I mean, I know we get an extra playoff team, but those are my 2 teams. What about you, Hawk?
Man, you took the words right out of my mouth, man. Of course the Chiefs. Yes. I'm concerned. Yes. I'm very concerned of the Chiefs because of what they can do on offense and to what we can do on defense. It's a bad matchup for us. Right. Yes, we beat them last year in the regular season. If you watch the tape, you will see the Chiefs should have won that game. They made a lot of mistakes. We beat them. I'll take that. But they beat us in the playoffs. And, even looking at this year, I think the Chiefs' defense is not as good as it used to be. I think we can run on them. But we have to play match for match on points. And I think the Chiefs would, that would be a very tough game for us. And I would have said the Colts on everything you just stated. The Colts. Now, and we push the Colts off because those are the 2 that I would have picked. The third team is the team we just played, the Steelers, because Pittsburgh, they really focus on stopping the run, okay? And, I think they did a decent job. Even though we didn't have the ball a lot in the first half, I still felt they did an okay job on defense. I think offensively as well, I think we started to figure Ben out a bit in the second half as he only scoring a field goal for the whole second half. But Pittsburgh in the AFC is going to be a threat. They're going to be in the playoffs. They're going to probably win the AFC North. So Pittsburgh is going to be there. So we got to be ready for them as well too.
We will see them again, like we said on the SB Nation show and the Steel Curtain. We will see Pittsburgh again, people. If it's not by choice, it's by force. So we will see them again. Because just in this time now, Pittsburgh to me, we were their biggest test. But I think they have another big test coming up Sunday. And if they can beat the Ravens, then yes, they are legit. But if they kind of digress with the Ravens, I'm like, okay, Pittsburgh is there, but they're Now, would I call them a Super Bowl team? They might get the Super Bowl, but people, we got to be worried. I mean, everybody in the AFC has to be worried about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, literally. They got Antonio Bryant, Godwin, Mike Evans, Leonard Fournette. I mean, the list goes on. Tom Brady, Big Gronk. And if they get to jail, then it's a wrap. It's a wrap. So
Yep. So only loyalty matters. Yes, it'll be posted as soon as we end this podcast. It'll be showing, man. So you get to watch the whole show, man. Definitely. And again, ladies and gentlemen, we do apologize that New Stripe City was not able to show up on the show, man. Maybe the next time that'll be the case. I guarantee you, if it does happen, it'll be a fire show. Believe me. You know what I mean? But the show goes on, and that's why we're here. And so but man, what we want to do, man, this is the end of our show. We appreciate everyone that has been a part of this show. Please click the like button as well. This has been fun. We love doing the chop up. It's live. We give you guys an opportunity to interact with us. For those who have not subscribed to our show, please do that as well. We are on Instagram. We are at Tennessee Titans Weekly on Instagram, on Twitter at Titans Weekly 24/7, as well on email at TennesseeTitansWeekly@gmail.com.
And like I say, people, whenever you go live or whenever we post any content, videos, press the notification bells. That'll let you know, hey, where Tennessee Titans Weekly is live. So please press the notification bell. And also share the video. Please share the video. I mean, share it to your cousin, your auntie, your uncle, your dog, your cat, your fish. Share it to everybody, really. And if you're a fan of other teams, like we had a Steelers fan in here, hey, share the video as well. We know your team as well. So definitely we're here. Let's get this victory Sunday. Let's go to 6-1 and then get to the Bears and let's go to 7-1 and let's feel good about what we have, people. Tighten up. Titans Nation, let's get it cracking, man.
As you say, Jacques, tighten up. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you guys on the post game for the Cincinnati Bengals, or the Bungles, as they call them, the Bungles. Who they? Right? Who they? So hopefully, that'll be a situation where we'll be asking them that, like, who are we? We here.
Right.
Let's do that. Take everything. We here. So to you and yours, tighten up.
Tighten up.
Have a great day. Have a great weekend, folks.
Definitely.
We'll holler at you.
Peace.
Yes, sir.